Dynamic, articulate, perceptive, courageous, outspoken.
Welcome back to the dojo. Got another reaction for you. This time is from Immortal Minds, Conversations with Something. I don't know what the rest of it is, but it's that channel. They got over 100 subscribers. It's called The Crash Out is Happening. You must alter the way that you operate. So, I'm not really sure exactly what the video is going to be about, but I watched like a small snippet of it. Watched maybe like the first like 20 seconds, and it seems like people are going through it. People are really going through it, and I want to see what all this video entails. So let's jump into it. Let's listen. The title says living it. The subtitle of this girl's video says living in my car for a bit. Any tips will be helpful. Yeah, the crash out is happening.
I'm about to be homeless in like 2 days. I don't want your pity, or I don't want you to feel bad for me. But what I would like is for anyone to know what it's like to live in your car, and maybe some essentials that I can pick up that's going to be super helpful.
Do y'all know that the average American doesn't have any money left over, if but maybe $200 or $300 left after they...
Yes, I understand that. I know all about that. Most people don't even have $1,000 saved up. That's the reality. Most people don't have $1,000 saved up for a rainy day, for if anything goes wrong. Because, well, a lot of people don't know how to budget their money, for one. But another thing is inflation. I'm going to say it to the day I die. Inflation and the cost of living is also astronomical nowadays. So it's even harder to save money. You know what I mean? Even if you are saving money, it's even harder to save money now because everything costs more. Everything. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. Everything in this day and age costs more than it did a while back. Like in our parents' days, you could go to the store, get a bag of chips, a soda, some bubble gum, and a pickle or something for $1. For $1. Nowadays, you can't do nothing with $1. You can't get anything with $1. Only thing you can get is get the hell on. That's it. You can get the hell on. But yes, let's listen to this girl talk to us about the situation. I'm well aware, but I do want to hear what she has to say.
They get paid every 2 weeks.
I'll take it back a little bit.
Doesn't have any money left over, if but maybe $200 or $300 left after they get paid every 2 weeks or every month. Did y'all know that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but that I literally feel like it'll drive me to voluntary homelessness. I wouldn't volunteer to be homeless. There's no way they'd have me out here working for anybody, and I can't live life after I pay bills. Y'all can have these bills back. Take the car, take the crib. You can have it. Listen, I'm going to be homeless on the streets before I dare. Because, see, the way I'm set up, my Father which art in heaven would never have that be my portion. That's not my portion. There's no way that paying bills and not having any money left over to really exist, that's not my portion. That's not my portion.
How are people...
I feel what Shorty saying. Like, that's not my portion. Like, I feel it. I really, in my heart, feel what she's saying. But life dictates what your portion is. And homelessness might be what it is. I've been homeless before. Yes, I've been homeless before. I know what it's like. It's very difficult to wash yourself. It's difficult to find a place to sleep. You might have to ride the bus or the train all day just to keep from being in the elements. Like, you gotta try to find a way to get a couple dollars so you can eat something. It's very difficult. It's very difficult being homeless. And the reality is it can happen to anybody. Homelessness can happen to anybody. Nobody's excluded. Most people are one paycheck away from being homeless out on the street. Most people are one paycheck away from that. And then not having $1,000 saved up, like, that's even worse. But, you know, I feel what she's saying, but homelessness can come for anybody. And your faith got to be strong if homelessness hits you. Your faith has to be extremely strong. You can't be saying stuff like, oh, that's not my portion. You got to be saying, God, I trust you. I believe in you. And whatever your will is, I'm going to accept it. But, you know, let's continue on to the video.
Affording life right now. How are people tackling this cost of living?
We're not. Truth of the matter, most of us are living paycheck to paycheck with credit card debt. I know people who are legitimately putting gas and groceries on credit cards just so that they can get back and forth to work. I believe that this is what most people are now calling the silent depression. $100 has become the new $20, and it's ridiculous, but
I feel that. $100 is like the new 20, bro. I feel that. Every time I go to the ATM, I feel like I need to take out $100. Every time I go to the ATM. Just to feel like I got a couple dollars in my pocket. And then if I buy anything, it's probably going to be like $30 when it's all rung up. So now I'm at $70. And then there's something I got to spend money on. Like, I need to go get a haircut. That's going to be another $30. So now I'm at $40. And before long, that $40 is going to be gone too because I got to eat. So, yeah, $100 is the new $20. That's exactly what it feels like. But yeah, let's let this man continue. I'm going to take it back a little.
Silent depression can get back and forth to work. I believe that this is what most people are now calling the silent depression. $100 has become the new $20, and it's ridiculous. But the best thing about it is that people have shifted their core values.
Well, second time in a year, almost a year to the day, I got laid off again. Twice in a year. And, what the fuck? What is anyone supposed to do? And they said, because of the economy is crap right now. So, we're gonna lay off a whole bunch of people again. And I already was struggling so hard, actually low-key, to even keep the current roof over my head. And now, I have no idea how I'm even going to get through the next few hours. I just don't understand. But yeah, the economy is shit. America is shit right now. I feel like there's a really big plan for them to, you know, tank this.
Man, she's on the verge of tears. She's trying her best not to cry. Like, I know the feeling of getting laid off and losing your job. I know the feeling all too well because it happened to me not that long ago. It happened to me less than 2 months ago. Yep, I had got let go from a job. I mean, luckily I found another job, but they not paying me no real money. I gotta really try to save money working where I'm at now, and I'm not really getting no hours. I was on the schedule for 16 hours last week. 16 hours. Same for this week, but they changed my schedule, so I don't know when I'm supposed to report back to work because they don't have a really good communication system. But still, I know what this young lady is going through, man. It's like we all going through something right now. And those of us that's really going through it, we don't have shit, bro. We don't have nothing. We lucky if we got a car. Lucky if you got a job. That's luck nowadays. That's luck. But man, like, I feel the pain, bro. I feel the pain of people nowadays, bro. Everything is becoming more and more difficult, and the cost of living is increasing. And it's like we're drowning, bro. We're drowning. And it's like no way out. I want to keep listening though.
So that we have to rely on other things, other people. It's fucking shit.
Our car just got towed. We have not paid our rent yet. We need the car to pay the rent.
Damn, bro. Car just got towed and the rent ain't paid yet. Now you without a car and gotta try to figure it out. Bro, this video is kind of like, it's kind of hitting me. Like, bro, people are really going through it. And in this video, it's showing us how people are going through it, bro. She said the car got repossessed and she need the car to go pay the bills. Damn, yo. Now she gonna be forced to get on a bus or to take a Uber or to ask somebody for a ride. Like, bro, that's one way to not have no money in your pocket. That's one way to not have no money in your pocket. Damn, bro, let's listen.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I've been doing really good on my Bible study. Doing really good praying. And trying to keep my faith. You know, believing that God has a bigger plan. But it's just like, I just keep getting hit. Like, our family, not just me, our family just keeps getting hit. Like, Zay and I have been through a lot, bro. A lot. And this is just like the icing on the cake. Oh my God.
That's crazy. Lettuce is $20.
Whoa. Lettuce is $20? Oh, no. Oh, what? Romaine lettuce for $20. What? Lettuce? What store is this girl at? What store? This must be some supremely organic lettuce. Like the freshest lettuce on the earth. Like $20 for lettuce, man. Yo, that's insane. That's insane. I wouldn't be buying that lettuce. Ain't no lettuce worth that much.
Is the lettuce made of gold now? What are they doing to this lettuce? $20? You gotta be joking me.
I am selling my house, and I'm getting ready to move back with my parents.
Oh boy, she said she getting ready to move back with her parents. Damn, shorty. Damn. Downsizing like a motherfucker, I see. Yeah, but see, that seemed like the best option nowadays. Pair up with your parents and help them pay bills, so you know you can reduce the cost of living for yourself. So maybe you can save up some money and get another place. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of people is doing now. People moving back in with their parents so they can give themselves a better shot at life. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You can. I don't care what people say, man. Move back in with your parents if you have to, man. I know everybody don't have that luxury or that option, but if you do, take advantage of it. Take full advantage of it. Your parents, they care about you. They want you to do good. So they're going to try their best to make sure that you can get the things that you need. You know what I mean? This world is a cold world. And we was born in a time period where everything's falling apart. I'm a millennial. I was born in the 90s. So I've seen how the world has changed over the past 20 years. Yes, I've lived through it. And it's harder now than it's ever been, bro. It's harder now. Like, the human experience is all but gone. Everything's online. Everything's digital now. And when everything's digital, it takes away from the human experience. So before you get an interview, somebody got to look at your resume and decide if you even going to be selected. And sometimes your resume don't even get looked by a human. It's being looked at by AI. So life is a lot harder now because we can't connect with person to person no more. It's person to screen to person, or person to AI to another person. I don't know, bro. But it's just, life is hard. And that's why this girl is moving back in with her parents, because it's costing too much to try to get ahead in life. It's costing way too much. Let's continue.
Yet again. I am single. I do have a 9 to 5 job where it does not pay me nearly enough to cover the bills. And I've had this house for about 3 years now, and I'm just exhausted. I am drowning, barely surviving, not being able to make repairs because the house is now falling apart, and I have no money in my savings to fix it. I have been saving for the past 3 years. All I've been doing is working and going straight home. I don't go out. I don't spend money on like coffee or anything. I tried to save as much money as possible so I could get some money to make repairs for this house to make it nice and comfortable and livable. But I am at my wit's end now, and I'm just tired. I honestly want to leave my job, my 9 to 5 job that's not paying me well enough to even cover the bills. I'm exhausted. I want to leave, but then I'm stuck with this house, and I just don't want any of it anymore.
How are y'all making it? No, literally, how are y'all making it? Because, little backstory, I decided back in January that I was going to monetize on this app. Every dollar I made, no matter how big, how small, was going to go to a savings account, and that was going to be money for a down payment on our house. Because if you don't know, me, my husband, and our 2 kids are living with my parents. Spoiler alert, that's not happening. We're having to take that.
Like I said earlier, people are moving back in with their parents because it is so hard. It is so hard, and it's so hard to keep money in your pocket. It's so hard to get a good paying job. It's so hard to do all of these things, which are basic necessities. Basic necessities are so difficult to come by. It's so hard to get them now because they ramping up the difficulty of life to veteran level for everyone. Everyone, bro. Survival has become the task of the day. We're just simply trying to survive, bro. That's it. We're just simply trying to survive. And we're met with obstacle after tragedy, after another bump in the road, like twists and turns. Like, bro, there's never just a straight cut out path that we can just get to the victory, get to the success. It's always shit. And this woman who's got kids is living with her parents. I mean, it's a blessing that she has that opportunity. But, bro, like, to be forced to have to do that after you already started a family. Oh, man. Man. I don't have any kids. So I can't really relate. But I know that's got to be extremely difficult while we living with grandma and grandpa. And we don't got our own shit. Yeah, man. I'm gonna take it back because I want to hear her story completely.
In January that I was going to monetize on this app. Every dollar I made, no matter how big, how small, was going to go to a savings account, and that was going to be money for a down payment on our house. Because if you don't know, me, my husband, and our 2 kids are living with my parents. Spoiler alert, that's not happening. We're having to take that money I'm making and use it to get by until the next week. On top of my husband's income. My husband's making the most money he's ever made, and this is the brokest we've ever been. Make it make sense. I'm not a bougie bitch. I might get my lashes done, but my friends do my hair. I don't get my nails done. Like, I'm really not that high maintenance. We try to live within our means. We truly do. It's like no matter how much you don't go out to eat, no matter how much you don't spend money, you're still gonna be broke.
You guys thought that the job market was...
That was real what she said, bro. That's real what she said. It don't matter how hard you try to save money. It don't matter how hard you try not to spend nothing. You still gonna be broke anyway because you're gonna always have to spend something. There's always gonna be something that come up, and then what do you know? You gotta spend some money. Oh, something went wrong with your car? You gotta spend some money. Oh, well, the bills come every month. You gotta help with the bills, right? You gotta spend some money. Oh, you gotta eat, right? Groceries or whatever, food, eating out. Okay, you gotta spend some more money. It don't matter where you go, you're gonna keep spending money because you have to spend money. You have to spend money. There's no way around it. Especially in the world that we live in today, you have to spend money, bro. Unless you living off the land and you can farm and you already established and set up and good on the land, you straight. You gotta spend some money. But yeah, let's listen to this guy, right? Let's listen to this next guy.
No matter how much you don't spend money, you're still gonna be broke.
Yep.
You guys thought that the job market was cooked before? Just realize that in the last 100 days, 300,000 Americans have lost their job. That is larger.
What? More than 250,000 of people have lost their job within the last 100 days? Bro, We're halfway through 2025. We're halfway through 2025. We're in month, well, we're more than halfway because we're in month 8, August now. But yo, that's crazy. That's a lot of people who lost their job. Bro, that's more than 250,000 people that lost their job. What's going to happen to those people? Bro, that's a lot. That's a lot of people who going to be struggling to eat. Bro, universal basic income is coming. They're trying to force us into a situation where we need universal basic income. This is what's happening. I see it. They want to force us into a situation where we need universal basic income, bro. That's what's happening. That's what's going on, bro. And I see it. Let's listen to this guy, man.
Than the population. You guys thought that the job market was cooked before? Just realize that in the last 100 days, 300,000 Americans have lost their job. That is larger than the population of Pittsburgh. Now imagine the entire population of Pittsburgh looking for work simultaneously. UPS, Intel, Amazon, the federal government have announced massive layoffs across the board.
I just got laid off about 2 hours ago. I think I'm still shocked. Like, I just can't believe that it happened. There were absolutely no signs from the company that it was going to happen. 9:30, I got a Teams message from my boss asking if I was free, which definitely was kind of weird, but I thought that he wanted to talk about something that we had discussed yesterday. So I was like, yeah, of course I'm free, what's up? And then they dialed me into a video call where my boss was sitting in the office in a conference room with this lady from legal. And they just basically told me I was being let go.
Hey, brothers, it's finally happening, man. Like, we finally got to a point where like society is crashing out. You know what I'm saying? Like, over the last few years, man, people have talked about how rent is going up, how mortgages are.
I was not expecting this type of video. He played like 7 minutes of people going through it, crashing out, as he put it. I didn't know this was going to be a talk video. I really didn't. I'ma listen to this as much as I can, but this is not the kind of video I was expecting. Now, if he makes some good point, I'm definitely going to listen. I'm definitely going to listen to the whole thing if he makes some good points. But if he just talking, you know what I mean? If he just talking about what those people was going through, I'm not going to listen in. I'm not. But, you know, because I already got 20 minutes of a video right now from just a little bit of reactions that I did. That's how I react to stuff. I like to break it up in parts and dissect it as I go through it. But let's go ahead and listen to this brother, man.
Are going up. The price of everything, the price of car notes, the price of apples and oranges has gone up. And it's to the point now, man, where society as a whole is at its breaking point. You know, you can get on TikTok or any of the social media platforms and see people, you know, speaking their truth. Saying, hey, you know what, I'm working 20 jobs. Hey, you know, both people in the household are working. We got the kids working, and we still can't make it work. Like, people are literally starting to crash out. One of my, and I won't say favorite content creator. There's a content creator I follow, and I see his videos every once in a while. I even saw him about a week ago, and he's always talking about consciousness and a certain type conversation. He was on a video, man, with his shirt off, you know, tears coming from his eyes, talking about he doesn't understand why the world is doing what it's doing, how we can only afford to keep the lights on, man. So it's hitting everybody. And I'll say this: when I say it's hitting everybody different, but everybody can feel what the world is doing. You know what I'm saying? You might think just because you're working at the burger joint that you feel a certain thing that people that are in corporate America don't feel. Everybody feel the same thing. It don't matter what your financial level is. You're feeling some effect of what the world is doing. It may be your bank account. It may have rolled over into your money changing your relationship. It could be a number of things, man, but it's to the point now, and I think it's a beautiful thing that everybody's feeling it. But everybody is feeling this, man. But you gotta understand, You have to understand this is supposed to happen. It was supposed to happen.
This is what I keep saying. I keep saying this is by design. I keep saying that they want to force everybody into a desperate situation so that whatever they come out with, we're going to be dependent upon. They trying to crash the economy so we latch on to whatever new economy they make. Like if they're going to do some debt forgiveness or give us all digital currency or Bitcoin or whatever, cryptocurrency. I don't know what it's going to be, but they're trying to force everybody to need whatever the next wave of currency is, or the next financial system. They're going to try to get everybody on board through desperation. That's why I keep saying this is going to happen. It's going to be universal basic income or something, bro. Because they're trying to take away all the jobs with AI. That's the first thing. They're trying to take away all the jobs with AI. And then, once there's no jobs for you to work, how are you going to earn money? How are you going to earn money? They're going to have to give you universal basic income to keep you from lashing out or stealing stuff from stores. Like, they're going to have to do that. Because if nobody has money, everybody's going to wild out and go crazy. Everybody's going to do it, bro. And then there's going to be martial law and some other stuff. Like, I agree with this brother there. It has to happen. This is by design, bro. It's by design. Let's keep listening.
It has to happen. Like the way this world is set, the way the West is set up. Let me speak specifically to the West. The way that the West is set up, man, this is supposed to take place by design. It's supposed to take place by design, just because the way we run our country, the way we put things on a pedestal, the way we classify success. This is supposed to happen. That's why every 100 years, man, we have, hard recessions or hard depressions. It's because you can't move the way we move and not have these things take place. It's just a matter of time before the way it's designed begins to fail.
You do know that you can just decide any day of the week that that's enough of this bullshit and just be done. The fact that you think you're stuck is literally just an illusion. You have free will. You can do anything you want, baby, as long as it's not against the law. Take this as your sign to take action and get the F out of whatever it is you feel like you're stuck in, baby, today.
I'm gonna cut straight to the point. I got $1.52 in my account.
Damn, $1.52. I know that feeling when you ain't got shit in your account. I know that feeling, and I'm glad he put the clips back on because I wanted to react to the clips. Man. I did. I really did. But I know he gonna come back and talk, man. Because I can see it in the video. He do a lot more talking. I really just want to react to the clips, but damn, the crash out.
All the bills are still due. And today's my last day at work to go pursue something that God has put on my heart to go do. I am allowing my faith to be bigger than my fear. Lord, have it all. You told me to do it. You said trust you. Okay, I'll trust you. You said go do this. You open up doors that I shouldn't even be in. But I said, all right, I'll go do it. And I'm going to tell you like this. I don't know what he's about to do. Okay? I don't know who this for. Take that chance.
All right, brother. So in order to avoid crashing out in a time like we are in right now, man, there are 4 things you got to do, right? And the first thing is you have to question the narrative.
Hold on. He says it's 4 things you got to do, and the first thing he says you got to question the narrative. Bro, everybody been questioning the narrative, bro. Everybody's wondering. That's what this whole video is about. That's what people is doing, is questioning the narrative. Like, I'm going to scrutinize these 4 points that he going to make, because if he's not giving anything to help people get out of their situation or advise them to do better, like, I know this video is not for me, but I definitely like the reaction. So let's listen to his 4 points, right? And then I'm going to decide if I want to listen to the rest of the video. That's going to help me decide if I want to listen to this guy.
And when I say question the narrative, man, you got to question the narrative, because if you don't understand the storyline, if you don't understand the script that we're all supposed to be reading, not only will you not understand how we got to the point that we're in, you won't even understand how to get out of it, right? And when I say question the narrative, what I'm really saying is, like, look at the plays that they want everybody calling when they hit quote unquote adulthood. As soon as you hit 18 years old, give or take, they want everybody jumping into, $100,000 of student loans. They want everybody jumping into $500,000 in mortgage. They want everybody driving a $50,000, $100,000 vehicle. And I know that we typically.
I'm gonna say no. That's not what they want everybody to do. They want everybody who's willing to do that, bro. Everybody can't afford half the stuff you list off. Everybody can't afford that nowadays. People can't even afford housing. Like, what is he talking about? I see that he's an older gentleman, so he lived longer, and there's a different perspective that he has on life right now. But the way things are going and how things are right now is, bro, people can't afford cars, people can't afford houses, people can't afford nothing. He talking about he wants y'all to subscribe to. He talking about the plays we supposed to subscribe to is getting a mortgage, getting a $50,000 car. Like, bro, ain't nobody got no money like that. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm gonna keep listening though.
Consider these things successful, and to a degree, in certain conversations, they are successful. But you have to understand that a lot of people are obtaining these things prematurely, man, and it's putting them in a bind. It's putting them in a situation where now they're getting online. They're saying, hey, you know what? We don't understand why the world is doing what it's doing. And nobody understands this because our culture teaches us to be a certain way, to spend a certain way, to have a certain amount of debt. You know what I'm saying? So when everybody's saying, I don't understand why the world, yeah, there are some internal workings of the way just the West works that's designed to squeeze everything out of a person, but that's a whole other conversation. But a lot of it can be avoided if we can separate our minds. Like I said a second ago, you got to get a whole new mindset. If you still have that old mindset that we're programmed with, then I don't care what your financial situation is. I don't care if you're flipping burgers or if you're pressing buttons to $1 million operations. You're gonna feel the same effect because the narrative doesn't fit a peaceful ending situation. It just doesn't. And if you live long enough, there are going to be some times in life where times are hard. There are going to be some times in life where you're up on a high horse. But if you keep the same formula, it's just a matter of time before you get to a point where you're crashing out. It's just a matter of time. Live long enough, man. So the first thing I want to say is you first got to understand that the world we live in, man, the West, it's not even designed for you not to hit this crash out point at some point in time, man. So the first thing is just look at the narrative. The second thing, man, is you really have to, and again, coming back to changing your mindset, you really have to, and this is major. This is major. You really have to come out of the mindset of being a consumer and start leaning more about being a creator. You know what I'm saying? Now that doesn't mean don't.
I figured I'd pause it there. He said the second thing is getting out of a consumer mentality and become a creator. Bro, everybody's got a YouTube page. Everybody's trying to create. But everybody can't create everything, bro. Like, and then creating, like, everybody is not creative. Creating, you have to be creative to create. Everybody's not creative. Everybody can't be a creator. Like, we have to work to survive, bro. Everybody can't be out here creating, bro. Nothing's gonna get done. Nothing's gonna get done. Nothing's gonna get done, bro. It's like I'm really trying to listen to this brother. Break it down. Like, the video is the crash house happened. You must alter the way that you operate. I'm trying to figure out, what is he trying to teach me? What is he trying to do with this video? Like, is this, I really want to know. Like, I don't want to just exit out the video and miss information that could have been good. But he's not really saying nothing, bro. He's not really saying nothing. I'm going to continue.
Buy things. That don't mean don't go buy the Jordan 3s. It don't mean don't go get you a new vehicle when you need a new. It don't mean that stuff. I'm talking about a consumer mindset. Everybody got to buy stuff. Everybody got to have clothes on their back. Everybody has to have a roof on their head. Everybody got to have certain things. But it's a mindset where you live for obtaining. You know what I'm saying? All you think about is when that paycheck hits, where can you go out and have the fanciest restaurants to post on IG? What new car can you upgrade to for the summer? What new dress, what new jeans can you get? You know what I'm saying? And you look up, man, and you got a closet full, or you have a garage full, or you have a stable full of things, man. You know what I'm saying? And at no point in time do you think about, hey, you know what? Okay, I'm accumulating these things, but what can I sit back and produce for the world? It's two different mindsets. So you have to be, you know, to get out of this situation.
I know he said produce for the world. Like, what can I produce for the world? That's not really it. It's more or less, what can you produce for yourself that the world may want to indulge in? You know what I mean? Like, anybody who makes anything, they think of themselves first. If they're not thinking of themselves first, then God bless them. God bless them. But when the situations that we in today, you talking about how can I produce for the world when I can't even produce for myself? Like, so it's kind of like he's talking at two different points. Like, and I'm trying to like really follow him. Like, I'm really trying to follow what he's saying, but he's just saying whatever comes to his mind. He's just saying whatever comes to his mind. Nothing wrong with that. But I feel like this video is supposed to be a help to people. Or he should have just showed a whole bunch of clips of people going through it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still trying to get the gist of this video. I'm going to listen to at least his third point to see where he going to go with it. I'm going to listen to all 4 points. And after I listen to the 4th point, I'm going to decide if I'm going to keep watching or not.
To get past what the world is doing, man, you have to get out of the mindset of becoming a consumer and becoming a creator. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, well, I'll say it like this. One of the many reasons. Like, you gotta understand, and I said this before, everything you obtain, it has an energy associated with it. All the cars and that clothes, it has an energy associated with it, man. You don't understand that energy, even though these are good things and they're blessings to us, if it isn't in a certain alignment, even if it is in alignment, those things are pulling from you at all times. So when you see people get online, they're like, man, how can I make? I'm not saying they're not speaking from their truth, but what I'm saying is, it's a lot of the things that they have that are making them say, hey, you know what? Like something is putting me in a depressive state. Like, I just can't afford to. It's because all these things are pulling from me. You know, it's kind of like the scenario. It's kind of like the scenario I talked about. I don't know. This is probably a year or two ago. Where I said, you know, I went to that neighborhood, man, and all these brand new houses, they just stopped building. They just started falling apart. It wasn't but a year or two old. Like, if there isn't life force in these houses will crumble in a year. Whereas you can have a house that's 100 years old, that's very, you know, they're still standing strong because life is in it. You gotta understand, life is being pulled from you, man. And I can really speak to this, man, because as I spoke to on a few videos ago, you know, I guess what, 2 months ago, I got rid of everything, man. I have no vehicles. 98% of my clothes are given to charity. That's why I'm down to my last 3, 4, 5 hoodies. That's why I wear them every day. You know what I'm saying? No home to call my own. You know what I'm saying? Everything is gone, man. And I can say, Even though for a minute it felt weird because no car. At the same time, I felt this weight off of my shoulders. This weight off of my shoulders where it was no longer like a stress pulling from me. And I'm not saying it's always stressful, but an energy being pulled from me.
It ain't energy being pulled from you. It's bills, bro. You gotta pay bills. You gotta pay bills. You gotta constantly pay bills. When you got that house, when you got that car, you know what I mean? You gotta pay bills. You gotta eat. You gotta feed yourself. Like, bro, it's just this is the system that we are born into. We were born into this. We ain't wake up in it. We were born into it. We were born into this system, and we all gotta figure out how to survive in this system. We gotta find a way to earn money, bro. That's the stress, bro. I know exactly what you're saying. You don't have to. You don't have to dress it up and make it seem like it's something else that it's not, bro. It's just bills. It's bills and the stress of having to take care of multiple responsibilities at a time, bro. That's what's pulling on you. I feel it, but let's continue.
The more I gave stuff away, man, and sold things, man, I could feel like the energy just coming off my chest. You know what I'm saying? And it just felt enlightening, man. And to be honest, I hadn't felt that in a long time. But anyway, when I say going from a consumer to a creator, like it's okay to consume, it's okay to buy certain things, but your foundation has to always be producing. Your foundation has to always be producing, which means kind of like I always say, the main two commandments, the greatest commandments of God: love God with all your heart, love your brother like you love yourself. If you love your brother like you love yourself, if you love your sister like you love yourself, not always, you're thinking of ways to make the world a better place. You're thinking of products. You're thinking of books. You're thinking of businesses. You're thinking of solutions to many people's problems. And as you move like that, your world changes. It changes. And now you consuming is just a byproduct of you living. You know what I'm saying? So just in a nutshell, become more of, or have more of a producer or creator mindset as opposed to consumer.
I feel what he's saying about the producer slash consumer thing. I get it. But the thing is, right, you would just be trading work for producing. You would have to produce in order to get to a level where you can live off of what you're producing. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to survive. That's the main point he's not talking about. You have to be able to survive. You can think of the world after you figure out your survival tactic. But before you become a producer and all that, you got to figure out how to get it. You got to figure out how to survive in this system while you're producing, bro. Because you're not talking about breaking away from the system or changing or rewriting the rules. You talking about just become a producer, become a creator. And what is I understand. But everybody can't do it, bro. I'm telling you. A lot of people can, but everybody cannot subscribe to being a creator or producer, bro. Some of us need to just work, and some of us just want to just be able to work and earn a living. But I'm going to keep listening. He didn't even make his third point yet.
You know what I'm saying? Like, stop putting your identity in these things. I saw this post, I don't know if this was TikTok or whatever, but there was a guy, y'all might have seen this. There was a guy that went and bought a 20, this is 20, I don't know if he said a dollar amount, but he went to Walmart and bought his whole outfit from head to toe, right? And he had Walmart kicks on, Walmart jeans on, Walmart shirt on, and he, I guess his caption was saying something like, I just want to show y'all that you can still be fly. Like, you ain't got to go out and have the Balenci's or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying don't go buy the Balenci's or the Jordan. I'm not saying don't do that. But I'm saying don't get so consumed about trying to impress the world with your brands and just be satisfied with who you are and let you be your own representation, not necessarily what you have. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, become a producer, man. Become a creator. You know what I'm saying? That's being made in the image of God. And third, I would say, man. Third, I would say you have to be a person that can adapt. I'm saying this. If any person on the globe.
I think I'm done here, bro. I really think I'm done here. He said, third, you gotta be a person that can adapt. Bro, that's what human beings do all our life. We adapt to situations and problems. Because if you don't adapt, you just gonna die. Bro, that's what the human experience has been all about, is adapting. Right now, we're adapting to the digital age. We're trying to figure out this and circumnavigate how we're going to live in a digital age. That's what's going on. The adaptation is happening now. They starting to get more automated with everything, and we got to figure out how to survive in this situation. But it's coming to a point where no matter what you do, no matter what you think about, what you plan or plot, there's going to be no way out. You're going to be forced to be dependent upon the system in every way, shape, or form, bro. That's the world that we're coming to. We're coming to a world where there's going to be no more room for adaptation. It's either you're going to subscribe to this or you're not. If you know anything about the Bible, they talk about the mark of the beast. We're going closer and closer to that, where you won't be able to buy, sell, or trade unless you have the mark or you're in the system. And it's going, bro, that's where we're headed, bro. That's where we're headed. He's talking about you got to be able to adapt. Like, I listened to this man ramble for 15 minutes longer than I needed to. I already know I wasn't going to gain anything from. I'm not taking away from what he's doing or the video that he's making. It's just that this video isn't helping me. If the crash out is happening, I need somebody who can guide me out of the crash out. I need somebody who can advise me or give me good thoughts or good ideas about how to circumnavigate the world that we live in today, and how to, you know what I mean? That's what I like. Being a creator, I'm already producing content on YouTube. I'm already creating content, so I'm already there. Adapting, we've been doing that our whole lives. We've been living in the hood, adapting to life as it comes to us, right? What was the other thing he said? I don't even remember the first thing he said. That's how unimportant I feel that I got from this video. So I'm gonna cut it here. It's already 40 minutes I've been making. It's almost an hour I've been watching this video, and I don't feel like it's doing anything for me. The stuff that he's talking about, I already know. I listened to him long enough to see. I was trying to see if he said anything that maybe I would gain or glean from, but it's all just the same. It's stuff that I've said before, and I know what's going on. So with that being said, Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. Hope you enjoyed this reaction, guys. Toodaloo.